All right, Nick, let's talk about the Los Angeles Rams here for just a second. I think the Rams are a team that were kind of devastated a lot by some key injuries last season, whether it's Matthew Stafford at times, Cooper Kupp for most of the season. This season just kind of got derailed from injuries, but you can't dwell on that too much. You just came off of a Super Bowl winning season. You're still the Super Bowl champions at this point in time, got a couple weeks left with that title. So I think they should enjoy it while it lasts, Nick. But we have a story here that we're going to get into of why the Rams should be hopeful this next season. There's a lot of good things going on for the Rams. But, as you take a step back, Rams fans, as the playoffs progress, look at the field. I'm curious to know in the comments below, who would you like to see in this Super Bowl matchup? There's a lot of good teams out there. There's a lot of interesting teams, maybe some first-time Super Bowl winning teams. Let us know in the comments below who you are interested in seeing make the Super Bowl. But Nick, what do you have on the Rams?
Yeah, so you kind of alluded to it, right? The Rams, disappointing Super Bowl hangover, if you will. The record not nearly as good as it was here before. They missed the playoffs, double-digit losing season. Clearly, Sean McVay's worst season as a head coach. But a lot of that has been attributed to injuries. Most important, in my opinion, anyway, is at the quarterback. Obviously, you're bad at quarterback. You're just not going to win a lot of football games. And Matt Stafford missed significant amounts of time. And on the heels, according to the Associated Press, of Sean McVay returning to be the head coach of the Rams for the future. There were some rumors once again that he would step away. Matt Stafford, according to NBC News, will return as well. The Rams are picking up his option. It's a $26 million option, according to Adam Schefter of ESPN, that the Rams will pick up. It will also guarantee Matt Stafford's 2024 salary of $31 million as well. Stafford said this week that he feels, quote, really confident, unquote, about his health. So it looks like Stafford is healthy and good to go going forward. That is huge for the Rams because I think a lot of people forget, Mize, that this football team, when healthy, because they're very top heavy, right? So when they're injured, it's really tough because they rely on Cooper Kupp, they rely on Matt Stafford, they rely on Aaron Donald, and a couple other key guys to basically carry the roster because they rely on all the dollars assigned to the superstars. When they have injuries, the wheels can fall off real quick. Unfortunately, it's just how they're structured. And because they were so beat up last season, the wheels obviously fell off. But with McVay back, with Stafford back and healthy, according to this report, with Cooper Kupp back, it looks like this team is ready to reload and make another deep playoff run. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Rams going into next season. But what are your thoughts on LA?
Yeah, I think if you take a step back, Nick, and you look at this roster, at the time of this video, like you said, I know there's a lot of rumors flying around. I think we're going to wait for the playoffs to finish. I think we got to wait for the offseason to kind of kick in, let people think about their decisions a little bit. But as of this time, these are the guys that are coming back. I think Bobby Wagner, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, Cam Akers is back in the running back position. This is a very talented team. I think if they shore up their offensive line a little bit, I think that could be a big one. I think just that alone was a little bit of the sore thumb for Matthew Stafford. He just couldn't get past this porous offensive line at times. I think that was a big detriment to them. But they shore something like that up, Nick. This is a team with tons and tons of elite players around the team. You've got like 4, 5, 6 guys that are all ranked in the top 10 of their position. 3 alone in the top 3 of their position per PFF. So there's a lot of talent all over the field for this Rams team. And, when you look at this team as a whole, of course, McVay is going to want to come back and coach this team. Of course, Stafford is going to want to come back and play. Because you can't discount what they have going on, Nick. You upgrade a couple points of contention on this team, and boom, you're back in the playoff hunt. I just think that this is a really good team on paper, and they've shown that it can work at times. So they just need a little bit of an upgrade, and they're good to go.
Yeah, and I went back and just double-checked some of the stats with the injuries. I think it's absolutely staggering. So I'm going to do some rough math here, Mice, but at different times of the season, the Rams had about $100 million, a little more than that, in cap space. So, more than about 40% of the roster, almost half their roster, we'll say, tied up with serious injuries. That's the Matthew Stafford, that's the Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald missed some time, Allen Robinson was hurt. When you have that much, literally half your roster, half of what you expect your roster to be, and that includes your star quarterback, by the way, and your offensive player of the year, and maybe the best defensive player of all time, and all that. If you have all those kinds of injury problems, you're just going to stink. There's just nothing you can do about it. It's just what's going to happen. Going into 2023, it looks like that problem shouldn't happen again. Obviously, Stafford will have to see, and Kupp will have to see how they recover. All signs point that they will. But if they are able to completely recover and all this roster returns, like you said, there's a reason why people are coming back. There's a reason Stafford wants to keep playing. There's a reason McVay's back, because they understand when they're healthy, they're really tough to beat. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Rams. I think they're going to be a real threat next year.